Dr. Paul, this question, I think a lot of people are going to relate to it, and it has to do with third culture. I was born and raised in South America, in Colombia, and then I moved to the US with my family. So half my life I was raised in the US. All of a sudden I find myself, I'm not Colombian enough, I'm not American enough. I am part of a third culture. How or where do I place my identity?
Well, when we came to the United States first time and we were checking in to a flight, the lady asked us, "Do you have any batteries in your bag?" I said, "Yes." She said, "What? Is it an yes or a no?" Because we are used to shaking our heads. That's how we communicate. So every time, in every place, it's different. But then we were so sore and we felt we were not welcome and we were out of place. It's the same in a school, in an environment. And when they go to different places where the language itself is different, sometimes the people around, they speak amongst themselves and you feel you're not welcome, but they would not be talking about you. And so it's quite tough. But when you are placed in a situation, in a circumstance, you have to adapt. So the best way to adapt is to do well for yourself, not to do things which will make the other person accept you. You do your best with whatever is given in your hands. And once that person does very well, automatically they are looked up by the others, and you are no more lower than somebody, or rather you don't feel that you are lower than somebody. You have performed, everyone applauds, and you are accepted. More than everything, accept where you're placed and say, it's not only my efforts, there's a divine plan in where I have been placed. And certainly prayer helps, and the Lord who has placed you in a certain place, as you look up to Him for comfort, it comes at the right time. Then you begin to love others. Well, the best way to adapt oneself, as I hear when we travel around the world, is to enjoy the food of that culture. When your belly adapts to that culture.
You didn't experience a culture until you experience the food.
Yes.
That's the way I see it.
So that way you get adapted to that. But the most important thing is love everybody around you. As you care for the other person, love comes back to you. And that, I think, is the best way to live, because everywhere love sustains a person.
So in your case, you have a very international presence. Give us some examples of how you have dealt with that, with your identity, being in so many countries.
Well, what people are looking for is, what are you bringing to the table, which is different from what I have? How can you add value to my life? So I believe in myself, in what I'm doing and what I have been made to do. So I present it with confidence. And everywhere I have seen people receiving it, accepting what I have and accepting me. So I feel so well received. And so I'm able to give, and that makes me to receive. As we see, give and it shall be given unto you. It's the same with Joseph. He was thrown in a foreign country, and he was thrown into the prison, and everybody forgot him. But he went on working. And there he learned the language of that country, the customs of that country, the rules and regulations, and how royalty works. And at the right time, he was taken up. And everybody said he's more Egyptian than us. Even his own brothers could not recognize him. He had adapted totally to that culture, and he was caring for everyone in that culture. And everyone respected him, including the Pharaoh.
Okay. What I really like about this is that we walk away with it's not what I lack, but what I bring to the table. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Remember, we really want to hear from you, so comment below and remember to follow Dr. Paul on all his social media platforms. We'll see you next time in Finding Yourself with Dr. Paul.